Mugens, the moment has finally come. Techno-capital singularity is finally upon us. No longer do we own private property. No longer do we own our work. There is only peace. Welcome PAMU now. Today we have achieved the dream of the United Soviet Socialist Republics Incorporated. Rejoice, for now you can eat the bug and enjoy it. Rejoice, for now you can put the gerbil in your asshole and like it. Rejoice, for Chief Executive Officer Mikhailin is slowing down upon us. You are nothing and you have never been happier. Glory to freedom, glory to the great wisdom, and glory to the corporation.
Now the host.
Okay, nice.
Yo, you're recording right now? Are you a Fed?
a Fed or the other
agent?
thing? Right.
So let's start off this podcast hot. Okay.
Yeah. Welcome.
Ramzan Mubarak, number one. Number two, no, I'm introducing. Hold on. We're starting it hot. You can because you are actually an asset to the United States at the moment.
Yeah.
Nationality.
Yeah.
What is your take on Zelensky?
Oh my God. Is that how we're starting the podcast? This is the PAMU battle update.
The people have not heard from us in like 3 years.
Yeah.
They need to know.
Well, I think, I think out of all the politicians that we've had in Ukraine up to Zelensky would be the best choice for a wartime president.
The Zelensky the comedian.
That's right. I mean, that was why he was chosen, because politics was a fucking joke.
Comedy.
In Ukraine. Like it was literally a joke. Like everyone who ran was either like a Russian puppet, an ultra nationalist chocolate tycoon who was the previous president, or this Hillary Clinton clone who was in prison for like tax fraud or something, and she ran for president from prison.
So like this base. So don't you want like a real hustler girl boss like mentality? Like think about how much of a hustler you gotta be as a woman in this climate, in this patriarchy, to run a country through prison?
Especially in Ukraine, yeah, there's a lot of patriarchy involved.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I mean, like, in terms of basedness, like Ukraine and Russia are I'd say are pretty like on an equal level, like in terms of like social values. Ukraine is trying to be Ukraine was trying to be like the Singapore of Europe, essentially. Or maybe South Korea. South Korea is more appropriate. Yeah.
I think it's way more adjacent to South Korea with this corruption. That was actually the first thing I was thinking of. The only difference is South Korea is K-pop. What does Ukraine have? Doesn't got K-pop.
U-pop.
I mean, is that a real thing? Do people listen to pop music in Ukraine?
Well, they definitely do. I mean, first of all, I don't know about pop music, but you got those like sad, like mumbling, like artists, you know.
Mumble rappers?
Not mumble rappers, but like they have like this kind of like depressing, like tone to them. You know what I mean? Like those, it's like Slav wave or something.
Slav wave is, I was gonna say, it's Eastern European music.
Yeah, you got a lot of them from Ukraine.
I walk outside, the sky is dark, I've been bombed again. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how
My
every
neighbor
song
hates
goes.
me because he's Albanian, and my friend hates me because he's a Serbian.
Yeah, like
But I'm in Ukraine, so I don't know why they're here. Beautiful.
for the West, like those, when you listen to those songs and like you hear like the tone, the tenor of their voice, you think that look, he's talking about something profound or something. But like the lyrics are honestly like very straightforward, very simple. Is like, you know, like I don't know. I'm holding the sun in my in the grasp of my hand, and I wish like everyone dies or something.
Beautiful. Can you say that in Ukrainian?
No, I don't speak Ukrainian.
Can you say it in Greek?
No.
Wow. Hey, wait, are you a fraudster, man? What the hell?
I am total fraud, man. I am a total fraud. How
Hey,
like
what did you do today, man? You look like you're even more exhausted than me.
I didn't do anything. I literally just woke up.
Oh, you just woke up too? What time is it over there?
It's 11:20 on a Sunday.
Bro, you got no excuse being tired, man. This is ridiculous.
I don't have an excuse, but I am generally like the worst at mornings. Like I am aggressive. I have asocial and I have like violent tendencies in the morning, and like everyone knows to stay away from me.
So was this a mistake, me podcasting with you?
No, I think this was the best. This was the best idea because you like woke up at 5 a.m. after you went to sleep at 1 a.m. on Ramadan.
Yeah.
And I am like a psychotic killer. I'm in psychotic killer mode right now.
Yo, that's lit. Hey, I'm bad. Let's talk about something interesting. Do you care about philosophy anymore the past like 2-3 years? No, right?
I do, yeah.
Wait, you do?
I'll never stop caring about it. It's my passion, man. I just don't care about the memes.
Meme? Yeah, we stopped meme making. Like literally, Instagram that I just run is just stolen memes from Twitter.
It's not just that. It's just the same joke over and over again. You take like you take like a popular template and then you add like a book title to it. You know, like you add a book title to it, you might add like a picture of the guy on it, and then like everyone fucking laughs because it's like, I fucking heard that before. I know about him. You know, let me show to everyone how I know about it, even though I have the book at home. I've never read it. Right?
Yeah, like
it is in a very presentable position.
Yeah, you could call that the categorical imperative.
Right. And I'm not being an ass. I'm not being an asshole. I have the bookshelf. The bookshelf is like in the entrance corridor. Right as you open like the front door, you have the bathroom, and then you have the bookshelf with all our books which we haven't read. Right? But everyone, whenever they walk in, they fucking know who they're messing with, right?
Hey, philosophy guy.
Exactly, yeah.
The Slavoj Zizek from the UK.
From the same area.
From this same area, but he lives in wherever you live, undisclosed location in the United Kingdom, which means the Solomon Islands. The Solomon Islands are part of the UK?
Yeah.
Is it?
I think they are, yeah.
No.
Are they not?
I actually don't know.
I don't know anything about the UK. I was never interested in learning the culture that has hosted me for 6 years now.
You don't keep up with the royal family?
No, I have specifically told my phone to stop updating me on that.
So you're really just a terrorist. Like you're politically motivated. You economically terrorize because you don't do anything, right? Like you don't like facilitate the economy in a meaningful way. You just bitch and complain.
No,
I'd say
I facilitate. I facilitate.
Yeah, you facilitate, but it's not productive labor. Is what I'm trying to say. It's all cerebral, right?
Yeah, but would you?
Like you walk around. Walk around. You point at people. You say "Capitalist Realism" by Mark Fisher.
I'm not. I don't do that anymore, man. I'm like I'm a born again. I'm a born again Christian. I'm not. I don't do that stuff.
Born again Christian?
Yeah,
that's all they do, dog. What?
Yeah, but not like capitalist realism. Instead, I'm just like
it's the Bible.
Yeah, which is Aristotle or something.
Oh, so you walk around and you tell people Aristotle?
There it is again, man. I referenced a guy who I know about, but like I haven't read him since I like left uni. This is literally how it works.
Have we been meme guys for like 6 years? Is that what you told me?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Wait, no, you left uni like 4 years ago. So basically 6 years ago.
What
Jesus
year
Christ.
is this?
It's 2022, man. You left uni in like 2019, right?
Oh my god. My extended car warranty is expired.
Your extended car warranty? You get it from Geico? You even know what Geico is?
I get it from Costco. I got a Costco membership.
They have Costco's in that part of the world?
Dude, there's a massive fucking Costco right next to me. I got a television, like a flat screen TV, for the price of a banana sandwich. Okay, it was the Costco is like heaven. Everyone goes there to draw gas right now.
Dude, I'm gonna be real. I think this is decline of the West, right? Because I have Costco like 10 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
So like, what about the world is diverse when you live that far away and also have a Costco like 10 minutes away from you?
But it's not really.
Where's the competition? Where's the beauty?
Yeah, but it's England, dude. I mean, like England is like, you know, has historically been, you know, like a satellite, like a Sputnik to the Yanks.
Satellite for what?
The Yanks, man. You're a fucking Yank.
Yank. Me?
Yeah, or do you call yourself?
I mean, yeah,
Dixie
you're right.
Instead?
Huh. Because I live in the southern region.
No, because you live in the fucking pink realm.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Okay. No, yeah, I guess. See, I don't know what that like. I feel like America is still the best country. Like, if I go travel to the UK and I wore my American bandana, I feel like people would bow down to me.
They would bow down to you and heave all over the street. Yeah.
What would they do all over the street?
They would vomit. They would bow down and vomit.
Bow down and vomit. Well, yeah, that's what they deserve. Hold on. This is nonsense. The UK sucks. That's genuinely the worst country that's ever existed. Post-empire.
Yeah.
All right? Let's be real. You live there, you know. Right?
I know, yeah.
You live there, you live there for 6 years, you don't even care about the place. That's feats. If you lived in America, you would become pro-American in 6 years.
Very, very likely. I won't deny that. That's the thing, right? Like, I've learned, you know, I had like a very long phase of just like being like a terrible like anti-American dissident. But like, you know, it's like slave morality, you know, you gotta appreciate.
The master. Yeah.
Not the master. You gotta appreciate the slave for for bringing a semblance of civility to this world. And by civility, I mean, like I'd say, like, on the historic level, right? We, like, America basically, like, popularized being like an individual. Not just popularized it, but like made it a thing, like in an entire country, right? Like being an individual. And then, but like these things, I think, like, are important for us to learn where it goes wrong, right? Like, if everyone is just like getting carried away in their fucking like niche desires, at all times, like, we need to see where that goes wrong. And like, we're slowly seeing where it's going wrong, and that will be recorded in history. And maybe after like 2 centuries or something, we'll like return back to individualism and we'll like know better next time, right? Like, you just can't have, you just can't have like Twitch streamers. You just can't have, like online porn or something.
Twitch streaming, online porn, podcasting. That's the real. Yeah, that's the real enemy of the free world. Yeah.
We need like a Geneva Convention, but for individualism. Right?
Geneva Convention. No, I completely agree with this.
Yeah.
So when did you decide that individualism was the enemy? When did you decide that you hated the United States? When did you decide that you're against freedom? Right. When did you decide that you were pro Saddam Hussein?
Right. Well, on the last question, I decided to be pro Saddam Hussein. No, I was never pro Saddam Hussein.
Cool. You sound like you were. You sound like you
we had a couple phone calls, me and him. He had some.
MI6 is knocking on your door right now.
He had some trouble with his wife's, and I fixed his plumbing. Anyway, Hey,
code of honor amongst plumbers. You got to plumb.
Here's the thing, Azzy. I've come to a point where I no longer have any morals whatsoever, okay? I don't think things are evil. I think things are necessary, right? Okay, so like individualism makes perfect sense. Like when it came, how it came about, I think it makes perfect fucking sense. And, I think with all of these like radical ideas, like individual freedom and all that stuff, we need to try them out, all of them, and see how much it fucks us up. So maybe next time we'll like know how to have like a semblance of self-control. What do you think?
Here's the thing. I think the people who are going to win are going to win. I think the people who are going to lose going to lose. Look at me, winner. Look at you,
loser.
Yeah, I don't want to say it because, a holy month, but it's a fact.
Oh, you can't say like any slur, like loser or scumbag or
yeah, not really. I try not to. I'm trying to just say positive things.
Scallywag.
Yeah, but genuinely, I do think that like with this hyper individualism in this country, I do believe that. Look, along with freedom comes danger, and so you're either going to be on the side that wins or you're going to be on the side that loses.
No,
and
yeah,
you gotta choose one or the other.
Of course, it does come with danger. And I think it's really important to understand that. But I don't think people understand it at all.
No, they don't. The other big issue is that this country used to have guidance, right? Like the state at least had like a good myth to go forward, a meta-narrative, so to speak, as the postmodernists like to say. I agree. We don't have a good meta-narrative, so now you have to rely on actually coming from a good family in order to have good guidance. And the issue is that like 50% of the people in this country don't have that, so it's got to be a bumpy road.
Right. So it comes down, for you, it comes down to lack of family values. And I thought I'm the born-again Christian here.
No, I'm literally Muslim.
Well, you did wake up at 5 a.m. for it, so like, I'll be...
Yeah. So yeah, no, I am the born-again. You're just...
I don't
know whatever's going on in the UK. I don't know, man.
There's no religion here at all. There, you know, like the only religion is like polite apathy.
Twitch,
your fellow man.
Like Twitch streamers and like mild American porn, like that.
Mild American porn, yeah.
Yeah, right. Nice. Do you consume with a lot of Twitch streaming?
Me personally?
Yeah.
No.
What?
Wait.
Me?
Hold on. I walk.
Yeah, no, you're going robot. I'm glad I'm using speakerphone. I would have gone deaf.
Is it fine now?
Yeah, now it's good.
Okay.
A little quiet, but it's okay.
A little quiet. Is it different now?
No, it's fine.
We should cut this
Continue.
out.
No, we got like 5 more minutes, and
All right,
then we're closing out.
This is real, yeah.
Should we close? Should we do our closing statements now?
No, hold on. Let me ask you the question.
Yeah.
Right. So what I watch is things that I saw when I was like 14 on YouTube, right? And I have it in the background. So I use YouTube by ASMR. Either that or astrophysics news and breaking points with Crystal and Sagar. And maybe Caspian Report.
Really?
I also started watching this guy named Peru who talks about numbers of equipment and men lost in the Ukraine war.
Are we old?
Yeah.
Like that sounds like the most boomer version of a Zoomer I've ever heard. It's like you're gonna be like 55 and you're gonna still be keeping up with like Crystal and Cigar.
And Cigar. I mean, here's the thing. We've been trying to deny to ourselves that, like, even though we're in the right demographic, we're not there in spirit, man.
You're right.
We're not there.
I mean, I watch the TikToks occasionally. My thing is, I just don't care about internet blood sports anymore. It's like, I can't really keep up with these new cats like Son Piker, Vaush. Who do the new kids watch? Larry King.
Larry King Live.
Larry King. Yo, I was doing
Bill
bowling
Maher.
last night. Yeah, Bill Maher. But I was doing bowling last night and I yelled for Larry King and I got a strike.
Well, he is a lucky son of a bitch. That's why he died before it all went down.
No, I think Larry King was a G. And I think that PAMU, above all else, strives to be like Larry King,
Yes.
and Rodney King, Martin Luther King.
Yeah. All the kings.
All the kings, man, because we're kings.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
King of Podcastville.
so what's our plan, Azim? Why are we doing this again? I'm enjoying it. I wanna start doing this again more often now that I have a 9 to 5. Right?
I need an excuse to talk to you.
Yeah.
And to the audience.
Yeah.
And I think this is the best way to do that.
Well, I agree, because I need people to talk to about important comedy, important matters. All
Yeah.
I mean, at the office, it's all we talk about is how cold it is, and how like someone is retiring, and like with my girlfriend, all we talk about is like Larry King live, and how he's dead. So I want to talk about like important comedy right here, right now. I've been missing it, man. I feel like. What?
The other thing is, I think that we've both aged, and it's going to be very interesting to see how we take the podcast now that through the internet. Now that we don't really like know what goes on the internet anymore.
Yeah.
It's going to be like some weird jaded Zoomers, and I don't think there's a market for that yet.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's gotta be a market of jaded Zoomers who are sick of the neighborhood. Is that what they say?
Neighborhood. Yeah.
Right. So like maybe that's what people need right now. It's like the Zoomers that made it out of the Vietnam War, right? Like
What I find really weird though is that we didn't do like any podcasting or anything throughout the pandemic, which I feel like was the perfect time.
I was struggling.
Yeah.
I was struggling hard, man. Like pandemic was like, it's like the first year of the pandemic, I was like in a hellhole in London, like unable to do anything, right? And then like I finally got a job and like moved like up north, and things were starting to get better. And now things are stable. Now we can like talk about our feelings.
See, the pandemic was crazy here in Oklahoma because it only lasted for 2 months. And then they said pandemic over and we went back to our normal lives. The only difference was if you had any disease or anything, and if you went to a hospital, it was crowded. And they were basically like loading like dead people on wagons and burning them in the street. But like aside from that, it was like no pandemic. So it was lit. It was lit. Just don't get sick. You'll be fine.
Did you get COVID? Did you get COVID?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
How was it?
It was like the worst experience of my life, honestly.
It was fucking awful.
Yeah, no, it was not good. When I caught it, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need that vaccine. I got vaxxed.
It was fucking terrible, dude. Yeah. My brain was melting from the fever.
No, man. See, I didn't have a bad fever. I just had really, really, really bad muscle pain.
Fuck. That's
yeah.
I mean, I like how it just like affects people in their own way. Because like my girlfriend has brain damage.
Basically because of COVID.
Because of COVID, she can't smell. Everything smells like onion to her now.
Oh, that's the worst one.
Yeah.
She can't buy it from me then.
Long COVID.
Long COVID, huh?
Yeah.
Has she done any aromatherapy?
What is that?
Aroma, smell therapy, smell therapy.
What do you mean? Is that like a special place?
You literally just smell different things every day.
Every day?
It's supposed to repair your nerves and synapses from your olfactory system to your brain.
Right, okay.
I mean, it works for the most part.
Okay, well,
some people will never get cured, but the smell is more of a memory thing than anything else. It's like, well, if you lose your sense of taste, you have to keep tasting things until your body remembers what's actually good and what's bad. And everything's going to taste completely different, and whatever you're going to smell is completely different. So,
yeah. So
kind of like eyesight. You don't know if other people see the same things that you see.
Yeah, man. Fuck. How can we live with ourselves? I mean, I'm gonna get up right now and like tell her that like Azim from Azim off the Pink Realm has suggested aromatherapy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
you should.
I'll see how she feels about it.
Well, you know what? Really good talking. How much longer are you available? Because we can pause this right now. I just need to go and like do something real quick. You could pray some namaz.
Yeah,
I need to make on some coffee.
I can do another 6 hours, man. It's fine.
Another 6 hours, and you just told me to do this? I could wait until after. You wanted me to suffer, man. What the fuck?
All right, so you're gonna go pray, and then we're gonna continue this. Should I stop recording?
No, keep recording.
All right, I'll talk with myself.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Talk to yourself.
All right.
I'll be right back.
All right, see you, man. Okay.
Let me mute this.
So, truly like internalized on an emotional, a deeply emotional level, the narrative of this thing that you enjoy, you haven't internalized it. So it always will come off as like performative. Hello? Dude, you scared me.
I know. I was being tended the fact. What are you talking about? Nonsense?
I'm talking about Larry King live and how much of an important figure in my life he's been. Like, that time he lended me $50 and I could go buy three packs of cigarettes as I was leaving Zurich. Because the tax there on tobacco, like we talk about the tax here in Britain, but like the taxes there in Zurich, I've never been to Zurich.
I mean, yeah, you did. You were in Zurich for the PAMU convention, remember?
Yeah, but that's off the record, man.
Oh, fair enough. All right. Part 2 of the season 3 special.
Do we need
podcast.
to call it like season 3, or can we do like a AAA gaming industry thing where we just call it the first PAMU?
No. What does that even mean? Is that a thing?
Yeah, like, like Battlefield 1, 2, 3, and then Battlefield.
Okay, but that's like for season 4, we would just call it PAMU Podcast Reloaded. I don't know.
Reloaded. Reimagined.
What is season 3's like ambiance? Is it like we just sound like we have no idea what's going on in the world? Truly.
Right.
I mean, you're pro Zelensky because he's a comedian.
I'm pro Zelensky. I'm pro Zelensky because he didn't flee the country.
That's actually a good point. He didn't flee the country.
All of the other ones would. So I think that's...
They did.
They did.
Like,
so like...
Would. They did.
That's good. That's good enough for me.
That's actually a very good point. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in my background right now.
It looked like there was a tap coming off your head.
I know.
It's the pink realm, man. It's breaking down. There it is again. Yeah.
How long have you been jaded and disturbed by the world?
I'm no longer jaded. I'm a total blue. I am no longer disturbed. I think the most important lesson I've learned in the past year or two is if we want to reach nobility, we must be depraved at some point.
Fair enough. I'm no longer... I mean, it's different because, I'm no longer... I don't hate the world anymore, man. I love the world, man.
Yeah.
This life has been really great so far. Pandemic, shout out to COVID-19, shout out to Fauci, shout out to Pfizer, shout out to the Wuhan sweat market or meat market. Thank goodness, because 2020, most transformative life from my life ever. 2021, still better. 2022 is so good. Literally, right before Ramadan, I'm telling you, it was 11:30 p.m. So literally 30 minutes till Ramadan. At the hookah lounge. I'm leaving. I look dapper, okay? Like real certified 1920s swag, like a Taliban guy. Well, Taliban wasn't thing in the 20s, but I look like an arms dealer, basically. That's like my new getup.
Right.
This woman, this voluptuous woman, literally said, "Hey, baby, come over here." I was like, "What?" And then she's like, so I was like, do you want a hug? And she's like, hell yeah, I want a hug. So I gave her a hug. And then she called me daddy. And then I left. And I felt like such a baller. And I thought this is the sign that the rest of my 2022 is going to be this. I am daddy.
And the rest is history. You've become daddy. How old did you turn yesterday?
So my birthday is actually tomorrow.
Right, okay.
But I was celebrating it yesterday.
So you're fucking
because my
lying.
buddy's leaving.
You fucking
No,
lied.
I'm not. What? I did not lie to you. I said I was celebrating my birthday yesterday.
I wished you happy birthday, man, and everything. So, like, what am I gonna do it again tomorrow? I think that's just unfair on me.
No, you don't have to. You can just do it once.
Okay.
I don't care about these things. I'm not the kind of guy who goes around and talks about, like, my birthday like it means anything. But I do really appreciate when people go out of their way to figure it out.
Yeah, fair enough. It's always nice to get some gifts, right? And have like a nice day, have a nice day out where everyone is like, you know, happy to be there.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, fair enough.
Tomorrow I get my actual birthday dinner, which originally I was going to keep it small, but then I just kept inviting people, so now it's going to be like a big thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
So how old are you turning?
25.
25 years old.
I mean, you're the same age.
Yeah, I will be 25 soon. Fuck, that's a number I can't. This is our demographic. This is our like the Zoomers that made it out.
We're literally where the millennials were 10 years ago.
Yeah. I always thought about this, right? Like Zoomers, look, who were like raised on all this shit, like just insanity, just absolute insanity. They were raised on this. I always wonder how they're gonna turn out.
And they end up working for the finance industry.
Yeah.
That's like literally it.
Here's what I was thinking, right? I was watching Breaking Points with Crystal and Cigar, right? And they were saying that they can control which ads like show up on their channel, and that they have banned all like big pharma and bank ads from the channel. I was thinking, like, what if you meme the fuck out of that system, right? It's like, so if me and you started like a channel, can we set it up so it's only big pharma ads that show up?
I mean, that's exactly. I was trying to figure out, why would you do that? You should only have big pharma and big banks advertisements, and then you just talk mad. You know, what's a word? Mad shizzle.
Mad shizzle, yeah. That's a good one.
Mad shizzle. Oh, I feel like I'm from the 90s. Is that millennial speak? Po shizzle, my nizzle.
Yeah, mad shit, cunt, fuck.
Yo, bro, chill. Wait. This guy is an instigator to the max. You godless. Freaking godless USSR, Chernobyl.
Chernobyl.
Get out of here.
Oh man, I haven't been called Chernobyl in a while.
Well, it's getting hot again, you know, like literally in that part of the world. So,
yeah.
But yeah.
True that. What were we talking about? Big pharma ads.
Yeah, basically. Question.
Yeah.
Question for the sir.
Yeah.
Read all about it.
All right.
Is there anything that you keep up with these days that the young people keep up with? You doing a brain blast over there? Shit. Shizzle.
I want to say video games, but the video games I keep up with is like Stellaris and like Company of Heroes 2.
Well, you play Elden Ring, right?
Yeah, I love that shit. That game is fucking epic.
Do you think Elden Ring is basically like the Skyrim of the next generation?
It's not as accessible, and I wouldn't play it when I'm like stoned. So
yeah, Skyrim seems to be the Michael Jackson of video games. Like literally everyone loved it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it didn't matter how the other person looked. They're like, yeah, Skyrim, man.
And then it turned out to be like a vicious predator, allegedly.
Oh yeah, everyone who played the entire Zoomer generation.
Yeah.
we all came out to be vicious predators. We were either predated.
No, I'm talking about Skyrim. You said it's Michael Jackson.
See, but I don't believe them. I don't believe the Michael Jackson stuff. That's the thing.
I genuinely don't know anything about it. So if you want to tell me about it, all I know is that
I don't want to get into it. I don't think it's worthy. I think that us just saying that anyone who likes Skyrim is a predator, especially in this day and age, I agree with that though. If you go back and like try to play Skyrim, and if you enjoy that game for how boring it is,
right?
Nah, you're a predator.
No, I mean, let's be real, dude. Let's be real. Even from my own personal experience, if the only reason anyone would go back to Skyrim is to have like plus 18 porn mods on there, right? Because like you've done all the quests, right? Like you've done everything there is to know. Every time I have like the feeling of, oh, okay, let's like try out Skyrim again. I really miss that world. You know, every time I do that, I do the first mission, I leave the cave, and then I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I can't. Like, I need
no,
to.
like, yeah. Because it's like, where do I go? The world's open. You're like, wait a sec, I've done like all of it. I've literally walked through every one of these pixels at every time.
Yeah.
And like 100 times.
Yeah, that's why there's so many porn mods on Nexus. Because
why are you talking about pornography on the PAMU podcast? It's philosophy, Anti-Marginalisation Union, not pornography, Anti-Marginalisation Union. We'd probably get more clicks. We'd get a lot more clicks if we were the pornography Anti-Marginalisation Union.
I understand this is a sensitive time right now, and we can't be talking about things like that, unholy things like that. So instead, I will tell you about my experience of returning to Skyrim recently and enjoying it, actually.
Really?
What I did for the first time is non-use fast travel. And I just walked everywhere. And, you know, whatever I would see on the map, like I would just go visit there. And just like as a hiking simulator, it's excellent. You can't deny it. Like
I agree.
It has some misses right there, man.
No, what the Elder Scrolls people did well in that game specifically compared to the other games, the walkability. You can walk through that game and it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
You know, doesn't look like London, doesn't look like Oklahoma. It looks like Skyrim.
You get immersed.
Yeah.
Easily in there,
how is this Elden Ring game?
Holy crap, man. It's fucking great. It's good. It's like it's properly hard. I know people will like argue with me on this subject, but it's like the thing is that I enjoy about it as compared to the other like Elden as compared to the other Dark Souls game is that you can take a break from the nightmare. You can stroll in like the bountiful like green valleys, you know, like, and look at like the beautiful, like the absolutely beautiful like gigantic trees that are all around. Like the views in that game are just holy crap, they're just incredible. And you can just like stumble upon this one random thing that will take you to like this completely like magical like world. I was like, just like walking around, and I found like an elevator that took me to this like underground realm, like massive like underground like world that had like, and it looked like it had stars on the ceiling, and it was all big, and in the distance, like up in the distance, there was what looked to be like an acropolis. And I spent like 3 hours trying to get there. And that is what Elden Ring is for me, is like looking, it's looking at like a thing in the distance and just walking there and finding out how difficult it is to like reach it, right? You can take a break from the nightmare. It's like a job, right? You know, you come home, you enjoy yourself, you like have a nice walk around, look at like get in the sun and stuff. But then you realize, well, I gotta progress, I gotta level up, I gotta get some new gear. So you go to like you go to the actual fucking nightmare place of like the creepy violin music, constant creepy violin music. Everything is red and like rotting and bloody, and like the creatures there are like disgusting and like can kill you instantly, you know. So it's like such a varied experience. I really love it.
So it's real life, but dumb.
It's as hard as real life. Well, actually, I think real life should be theoretically hard, but it's as hard as real life. But like, there's.
What's the reward, man? Because you can do all this here.
Right. You're right. I mean, I guess.
Would you want to unlock a new place in Elden Ring, or do you want to unlock a new place in the world?
No, I guess I guess. Here's the thing, right? Okay, I think what it really boils down to Elden Ring, what I enjoy about it is the mysticism. I'm a huge fan of like mysticism and like eerie like areas of like, what is this?
You could go to Africa.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. It's like in real life, there is mysticism. You can't like deny it, right? But you really have to like look for it. You know, I always found like my main source of like this creative mysticism is like space and like.
Oh, it's actually fair. It really sucks that we don't have a real space race. It's just.
Yeah. Well, I think it's gonna happen again soon.
I hope we have another one.
Yeah.
That's what the Zoomers can die for when we're like 50, 65 and we're like holding up the Congress or the Cognate or whatever is coming next. Like, I hope that we can just like put massive amounts of money into like neo-NASA or whatever.
I hope we can move away from the damage that was done by the 3 generations before us. I feel like the boomers got too carried away in the Cold War aspect of the space race. Gen Xers like just want to be left alone, and millennials hate everything, and they really like they consistently shat on space like so fucking bad that it has like a bad rap right now. And I hope.
Do you believe that the millennials are the worst generation?
Yeah, but you can say that about every generation if you're like part of the next one, right?
But it's like true of the millennials though, because what have they done?
They haven't done
They
anything.
have Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez,
Yeah.
but she's like not even on the news anymore,
No,
man.
that's the thing. They haven't done anything. All they've done is consume the most out of everyone.
Like, literally, our patron saints are still boomers. How old is Zelensky? Is Zelensky a Gen Xer? He looks like a Gen X.
He is a Gen Xer. Yeah.
So is that like the Gen X like guy? Is he the beginning of Gen X phase in politics?
What? Is there going to be a Gen X phase in politics? I think we went through it like in the 90s, right?
No, because there were still boomers that ran the country in the 90s,
Right.
in the 2000s, in the 2010s, and in 2020s.
Holy crap, man. Have you thought about the fact that like in 5 to 10 years, there's not going to be any boomers in politics?
I know. So who's going to be the politicians? Is it going to be young Zoomers?
You mean
Is
like,
it going to be Is it going to be millennials? Is it going to be the Xers?
do you mean like politicians who are like stuck there for like 70 years, you know?
So there was this thing that like, are you familiar with the morons, the intellectual dork web or whatever?
Yeah.
With like Joe Rogan, Eric Weinstein.
Yeah.
So the idea is that the intellectual dark web is literally just old millennials and Gen Xers that were squeezed out of academia and politics by boomers. And so they're actually fighting against the boomer machine. But they're just like these rejects that just have there's no spaces available for them.
So Gen Xers, right? Okay. So they were just like choked by both sides, right?
Yeah, young millennials and boomers.
They're not the only ones who are getting choked, by the way. It looks like the pink realm is slowly choking you.
I'm laying down, dude. I have my blanket here.
Yeah, fair enough. I see what you mean. So now that like, right, okay, that makes sense, right? Because like the idea with like the boomers currently in politics, especially like the Democrats, right, like Nancy Pelosi and everything. The idea is that we were like they were choked during the Reagan era, right? By great generation people.
Oh yeah, okay, I see what you mean.
You know, and the youngins or the hippies and whatever, right? The young boomers, right? So so then like later on, they completely went like ape shit. You know, they think they understand what politics means, you know, because of all the antagonism. So now you're saying. So now you're saying that the Gen Xers who were like suppressed for so long will finally like rise up and like take hold of politics. But there is a possibility where they completely fail to do so because they've been like they Gen Xers have been this like kind of boring type of like uninteresting kind of isolationist type.
They made good music.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what they're most known for is the cultural influence. Gen X are the most culture. Like Sylvester Stallone, Michael Jackson, Rodney King, O.J. Simpson.
Larry King.
Well, no, he was a boomer. But yeah, very close. Stephen Colbert.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
So I think Gen X was like a huge cultural force, but not a political force at all.
I see.
Well, Joe Rogan's Gen X, so
yeah,
all these fringe weirdos are Gen X. Alex Jones.
It's like very Gen Xers are very like inside baseball industry, like show business.
Inside the baseball industry.
Yeah, inside baseball industry, right?
And that makes so much sense. Yeah, I actually it's a good one.
That kind of makes me think that they're enough of a circle jerk where they can support each other into power.
Yeah.
Right? But then I also think that like that Zoomers, millennials are like fucking awful at everything. But like this discourse will never go away.
No, it's not.
But I feel like Zoomers are like such an alien, such an alien type of like mentality. That we just don't know, man. Like, can they? We might just be able to overpower everyone. We're
like the diametric opposition to everything the silent generation was, right? We're an amalgamation of the failures of the boomers, of the neglect of Gen X, and watching our siblings, the millennials, completely fail at everything they did. And then we look at this and we realize that we're only in it to fight for ourselves. And that's the only way how we're going to win.
Well, it sounds to me, you could imagine the same type of mentality pre-war, like the Great Generation. You could imagine like this type of Dadaism, not being able to like seriously really. But all
that's
really,
art, isn't it?
Yeah.
Our art is very Dadaistic.
Yeah, 100%, right? So you can imagine that all it really takes. But maybe, all it really takes is like one good war to create a great generation. So it needs to be like the right generation.
Yeah, which is why we're pro Zelensky, because Zelensky is our guy.
He's our guy.
Zelensky is what every Zoomer wants to be.
Right.
Have you seen the videos of like those guys, those volunteer fighters that tried to like escape Kiev because it was being surrounded, and then they were like their passports were getting like taken or whatever? That's what they alleged. My thing was, hey man, why are you volunteering to fight for Ukraine, to leave Ukraine?
That's the thing.
When they need you.
That's the thing. Like the male like parts of my family they are stuck in Ukraine, right? They can't leave. So like they see it as a bit as a prison, so they're being cornered, right? So they have like no choice, right, but to find. So what you need to do with the foreign legions is to tell them, if you're coming here, you're not allowed to leave until the war is over.
I think that's like a duh. Like you don't pledge your life and to fight for a country.
Yeah.
And then go out of your way to travel all the way there just to leave.
Yeah.
Like no, bro, you decided it was such a good cause that you're gonna die for it. You're gonna kill for it. So you gotta stay.
Yeah, like you can't say that all of them underestimated the risk. Right, like some of them must like be ready to die there. Like like there's a lot of people join the foreign legion.
Well, my thing is, if you're so slow that you didn't realize there was an actual war going on in Ukraine, and you just decided to volunteer fight because you thought you would just leave. Like, what kind of video game you think it is? What, you can return to the lobby? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Well, dude, you know it's a war. You're gonna have to go and die. I'm sorry, you're not gonna be able to respawn. I mean, unless you're like a Buddhist.
You're gonna
you might respawn as a squirrel, but like.
Yeah, you're gonna go Nexus mods and download some like 18+ porn mods, like.
While you're fighting in the name of Zelensky.
Pregnant Zelensky mod.
Pregnant Zelensky mod. Nah, man. See, I stand Zelensky. Actually, I'm gonna be Zelensky. I'm gonna start wearing hoodies everywhere I go to. I'm gonna be wartime Zelensky 24/7.
Right. That's good.
I feel like if Zelensky wasn't like a president or a comedian, he would have been a plumber.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like before the war, even Ukrainians thought of him as a bit of a clown. Like,
I mean, he was one.
but like things were that so yeah. I mean, like obviously he like voiced every cartoon and shit. He voiced Paddington Bear and like in Ukrainian, and like he ran his own like SNL essentially, which I used to watch. He was like known for his like deep voice and stuff. But he also has a law degree.
Yeah.
So that's like weird. But like the thing is, like even though like everyone kind of thought of him a bit of a clown, they were like content with him because he wasn't like the previous guys. Like the previous guy literally like banned Russia. Right? Like it was such a bad idea to do that.
He banned Russia?
He banned Russia, and he started like the process of decommunization, which is what angered Russia and started this like denazification thing. Right?
Yo! Oh, I didn't even know that. Oh, I feel dumb. Wow.
Yeah, so like
So funny.
They started like tearing down like statues of Lenin and like the Red Star and shit.
Oh, that sucks. See, I'm anti tearing down statues in general. You know what I mean? Like over here, you know, they got rid of like Theodore Roosevelt statues and things like that. I feel like if I was in Ukraine, I'd want them to keep like statues of like Lenin and Red Star and stuff. You know, it's different. It's not like it's a statue of Hitler.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, now, that's not to say I don't think that the communists did a lot of good in Ukraine, but I also don't believe that like a lot of the Confederate Southern generals did a lot of good here too. But I think that like guys like Lenin are gray enough in history that like you can keep their statues up. You know what I mean?
Right. I wouldn't say they're gray in those parts of the world, really. Right.
Oh, are they like Hitler in Ukraine? Then never mind. I guess
No, I wouldn't say that they're like Hitler. I think they're just associated with Russia.
Really?
Yeah, they're just like associated.
Have you
with
seen?
Russia.
Like, have they seen like Lenin's face? Like Lenin looks like he does not look like a guy from Moscow.
He looks like a bit of a Mongol.
Yeah, he looks Mongolian as hell.
And the other guy was Armenian. No, Georgian.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Like,
USSR was diverse, man. I don't know what to tell you.
And Trotsky was a Ukrainian Jew, and they fucking murdered him.
Yeah. Well, that's why, because he was Ukrainian.
Right, yeah. This is how it all starts, man.
Yeah, man. There's Ukrainian and there's World War whatever. No, well, that's messed up. I think Ukraine needs to chill. I think after this war, they need to rebuild statues of Lenin, statues of Stalin. See, I can understand tearing down like Stalin, because like the genocide, the Holodomor, whatever they call.
Holodomor. Yeah.
Is that real?
I don't know. I wasn't there. Probably.
Can you call up one of your Ukrainian relatives?
Yeah, but they'll like anything anti-Russian. They're like free to say so, and I'll probably agree with them, right? I mean, the right now, the Territorial Defense Army calls the Russians orcs.
Yeah.
Like an orc.
Do you think that Russia is gonna win the war?
I don't.
Do you think that Ukrainians going to win the war?
I don't know. I can't even imagine how that look like. Will the Ukrainians march into Moscow or something?
That sounds like, you really don't think that Russia is just gonna like seize control of like the Donbass or whatever it's called, the Don?
Yeah, the dumbass.
No, you know, Eastern Ukraine, like that Eastern Ukrainian place.
I think like right now, what they might be going for is the narrative that like, oh, we were just distracting the rest of Ukraine so we can take full control Luhansk and Donbass, and maybe we'll even take Kherson. So we'll have like so we'll have less of a border war in like Hoi 4, right? So we'll like
Putin just did it because there's like, hey, wait, there's too much border war, man.
yeah.
Let's just take this. Do you think Moldova will join the war on behalf of Russia?
Well, it's only like I mean, like, there's like what, like 40 people in the whole of Moldova or something, and like
what is Moldova? Actually, is that a real country? Do they actually speak a different language there?
I have no idea what they speak. I don't even know if they can speak. I think they communicate through the mind.
Yeah, I've heard that the most beautiful women in the world are from Moldova.
Really?
Yes.
Where have you heard that?
From the internet. It's because no one goes to Moldova, and apparently if you try to pick up women there as a foreigner, the mafia will kill you. So yeah.
So they're like reverse Vikings.
Yeah, they're just very insular with their community, and they give everyone weapons.
With their women, rather than steal other people's women, they kill everyone who tries to take their women.
Yeah, it's because they like apply eugenics or whatever in their population.
I don't know.
Like make sure there's no like whatever, man. I don't know.
Dude, Moldova
I'm literally about to fall asleep right now.
Moldova is this like Iron Guard, like eugenic state where like Oswald Mosley was there once, and he was like, "This is the perfect state. This is how the whole world should be." Can we like make Moldova into this like Moldbuggin like? We know nothing about Moldova. What is it that the Russian territory in Moldova, Transnistria?
Oh, Transnistria.
Yeah.
I heard on the internet as well. I didn't even find if this account was real, but there was some random chick from that country, and apparently she had like 100,000 followers on Instagram because she was hot. In
Transnistria.
Yeah, and it's like bizarre because it's that country, or that not even a country. It's a freaking autonomous war zone state, right? Because like it's self-declared. So like,
I don't know anything about Moldova. I forgot that it existed. Like, I remember.
Well, Ukraine is a piece of Moldova. Like there's like, it's that little stupid strip right next to the Black Sea. Like, you know, Ukraine's like this kind of. Well, I can't even show you with my finger, but
it's like on the border. It's like on the border with Bulgaria, right?
Southwest, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's actually Moldovan territory. But once the collapse of USSR came, Ukraine, you know, they just became Nazis and then decided to imperialize. I don't know.
Right. Well, that is how the saying goes.
You decommunize, get denazified.
Exactly. That is how the saying goes. Yeah. I mean, it's literally true. It works out in real life like that. You know how sometimes sayings actually happen. You know, when you say like, give me a saying.
I can't think of any.
Isn't that weird? You can't think of any saying, even though they're like sayings.
Right. You win one, you win it all.
That is true, right? That totally happens.
Yeah, man. I mean, you win one thing, you do better, and you win at another thing. You win it all, man. Right. We're winners over here, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, you need like a good sleep.
I'm about to fall asleep right now. All right. Thank you for listening to the PAMU podcast.
Season 1.
season reloaded, season 1 reloaded.
Yeah.
And I know this episode was like okay, it was good talking to the boys. We'll do another episode next week, and then the week after that we're probably gonna get a special guest on.
Awesome.
And we'll probably talk about Zelensky again.
I'm so excited.
We need to find some random things on the internet to talk about and talk about our opinions. Our opinions are going to be predictable because we're too pragmatic and we're too practical.
Yeah.
We're not crazy. We're not red pilled. We're not black pilled. We're not blue pilled.
Right.
We don't even take pills anymore, man.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how much of a losers we are. We just talk about like tapioca, and we eat like beans.
Yeah, I love talking beans.
Coffee. That's our drug, I think. Are you a coffee guy or a tea guy?
I am neither. I only drink tea to go to sleep, and I drink coffee knowing that in 3 hours it will make me very tired.
So you're just a cigarette guy.
I'm a cigarette and monster. Yeah, I'm a quintessential European.
I think that's the only thing we have in common.
What?
Cigarettes.
You smoke?
Yeah.
Right.
Not as much as you, but yeah.
Right. Yeah, I do smoke incessantly. I feel like if I cut smoking right now, I will like become morbidly obese.
I think you would end up looking a lot more like Zelensky. I think that you will just like your wait, I can't say that. No, you know what, I'll say it for the podcast.
No, don't say
Cock
it.
will grow.
No, what the fuck? You can't say it, dude.
Like triple the size. Because we all know Zelensky
That is
has
so
that
haram.
giant hog. I'm not even saying a haram way. I'm just like, the physiology of a person, right?
If you rationalize that, there's a legal loophole in the Ramadan text.
Zelensky is literally like, yeah, I bet he beat Elden Ring in like an hour. Like, Zelensky deserved an Oscar, really.
Yeah.
Like, Will Smith slapping Chris Rock has nothing on Zelensky.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Hail Fauci, hail Zelensky,
Yeah.
hail our people, hail victory.
Hail victory. Yeah. Well, it was nice. It was nice talking to you, man. Let's do this more often.
Yeah, we'll do another podcast, and that will be over Zelensky.
Right. It was, yeah. Zelensky's gonna be our Larry King from now on. Thank you for joining us.
All right.
And goodbye.